Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this one we are testing the GeForce RTX 3070 Ti in Borderlands 4, and here are all the specs of the GPU. We got the Asus ROG Strix OC model of the card, we got the latest NVIDIA driver 581.29, and over here we got the Intel Core i7-13700K CPU, and for memory we got 64 gigs of DDR5, 6000 mega transfers per second, CL36, and finally for MSI Afterburner, no overclocks required. Everything is set to stock settings, and let's get inside the game and check out the frame rates. So here we are, guys, starting it off at 1080p resolution. I don't think we can test 4K with this GPU in this game, and FOV is set to 110, and we are gonna start this off with high graphics preset. We're gonna use DLAA, and we can probably use FSR Frame Gen as well. Gonna try that, how it works. And motion blur has been turned off. So let's check this out. And yeah, cannot get 60 FPS. It's gonna be averaging around 50. It's still dropping below that as well. This is not nice. Oh my goodness, that stutter. So yeah, 3070 days. I mean, 3070 Ti days are gone probably. Starting this year. I think this is the second game. I don't think I'll be able to test it at 4K, this GPU. I think the first one was Kronos, the New Dawn, which I didn't test at 4K because I knew it wouldn't be able to run it well, even on low settings, so I just didn't even bother trying that at 4K. And I think this is gonna be the second. Optimization is atrocious in this game, but it looks quite okayish to me, but not anything next gen. It is what it is, and the RAM usage is well over 23 gigs. The system RAM usage though. So yeah, 16 gigs is not enough even at 1080p resolution gaming. At high settings, with a GPU like this, which is like more than 3 years old, I guess, probably at this point. So I guess we'll have to use some upscaling, that is DLSS, to achieve 60 FPS at 1080p, which is such a shame for a game like this. Okay, where was I going? My objective was that question mark, so I guess it's probably through this cave. And look at my CPU usage. The temperature on the CPU, okay. That's the spawn point. We cannot go through that cave. I don't know why it's so CPU heavy suddenly. It wasn't this much CPU heavy with the, I guess, the 1970 XT when I was testing it. The CPU is going to 90 degrees, damn. But still not bottlenecking. I doubt what will happen when I lower the setting. Yeah, Intel CPUs are like done for at this point. There are so many of these things
you had a chance.
in this area. Okay, where do we have to go? From here, I guess. Okay, let's switch some settings. Let's enable DLSS Qlty. And this game has DLSS 4, and I will also manually change the model from the NVIDIA app. So I've turned on DLSS Qlty, and it's the same high preset settings. Hopefully we won't be having any CPU bottlenecks. No, it's fine. Even though the CPU usage is pretty high, and the temperature as well. And yeah, I live in a very hot area of the world, hotter part of the world. The ambient temps are pretty much around 30 degrees or something like that. More than that probably. It's very hot in my room. And I'm gonna start sweating soon. But yeah, that's why those CPU temps are really high, and probably just I have bad silicon lottery, that's why. That's another reason. But either way, we're getting 70 FPS, and the image looks very soft now overall. Not quite liking this at 1080p. There's some enemies over here. Let's shoot them. And I think, yeah, DLSS is mandatory in this game for you to use, no matter what resolution, what GPU you have. Otherwise, you're gonna see a lot of stuttering issues in this game. This game has been made with DLSS upscaling in mind. Even with DLSS, I'm having stutter at this point. Alright. But yeah, it's unfortunate, guys. It's what PC gaming is now. Or you could say like optimization. And these things are so annoying. So I've turned on FSR Qlty and we are using frame generation. That is FSR frame generation, not DLSS frame generation. And I cannot use DLSS and use FSR frame generation. So we have to use FSR Qlty and turn on frame gen. And straight off the bat, I can notice a lot of delay. Even with 110 FPS we are getting. There's a lot of input lag I can notice. I would not recommend this. And this is something I don't think you can get used to. Maybe with a controller it won't be this much noticeable. And on top of that, the image looks really bad visually. It's so soft. Even though I'm on a 4K panel, maybe that's why, but I think even on a 1080p panel it's gonna look pretty crap. There's a lot of weirdness also going on in the image. A lot of artifacts, especially the grass and everything. It's because of this black border around the grass, which is very noisy and like flickering. Let's switch it up to medium graphics preset using DLSS full resolution, which is DLAA. Gonna disable the blur, and now we can achieve 60 FPS, but yeah, it's gonna drop obviously. So which means we have to use low settings to stay above 60 all the time with the GPU at 1080p. There's a stutter there. But yeah, the stuttering is quite less in this game compared to all other UE5 titles from last year, from 2024. This one has way less stuttering, but the optimization is really bad. You know what I'm saying? These black borders, they're way too much in Borderlands 4. I haven't seen such thick black borders in the previous Borderlands game, but this one has way too much, and I don't really like it. Wish we could turn it off, or like at least reduce these. It's not something I'm a big fan of. Maybe you like it. Maybe some of you won't as well. But I personally am not liking this. But it's okay. It's nothing like something which is gonna not make me want to play the game. It's just there. It activated. I don't know. Yeah, this place looks pretty good though. And yeah, the draw distance is really bad when using medium settings. There is no grass over there. I can't see any. They're slowly popping in. But yeah, there's no instant pop-ins though, unlike other games. When using lower settings, even on higher settings like very high, maxed out, they have a lot of pop-ins, but not this one. There's no immediate pop-ins, that's what I'm saying. LOD pop-ins. Let me also try this with the DLSS set to quality using the medium preset. And now we're getting 80 plus. Should be around 70 when fighting with the enemies. Scrolling with spare parts. I don't read that much tutorials when I'm benchmarking. So let's just have a walk around this area. CPU, oh my goodness, 99. Sometimes hitting 100%. I don't know why. Maybe it's loading in the enemies, you know, when they spawn in. It really hits the CPU hard. That's what is happening. That's what happened just now, and we are using over 26 gigs of RAM. Insane. And yeah, using DLSS Qlty, I don't think there's a sharpness slider in this game for upscaling. I wish there was, because it really looks soft to me when using upscaling, especially at 1080p resolution. Let's stomp down there. Oh my gosh. No. Oh no, I gotta kill him quickly. Or I'm gonna die. mostly useless weapons. I'll have to do a side quest to get better items in this game. And finally, for the low graphics preset, we're going to test it with DLAA. And motion blur is by default turned off. And we're getting 80 FPS, basically what we were getting with medium and DLSS Qlty. I think you should just stick to medium and use DLSS Qlty. And not use low preset because it looks really bad. There is a drastic change in like visuals from switching to medium to low. Textures and lighting is not that great. Even the shadows are. There's a lot more pop-ins you will notice when using low settings. So I think I would recommend you use medium and use DLSS Qlty for the best graphics to performance ratio. That's what I would suggest. I'm still gonna include DLSS Qlty using low, just for you to see. There we go. I think we might touch 100 plus FPS while using Qlty DLSS. So lastly, for 1080p, low settings preset using DLSS Qlty. And yep, easily we can get 100 FPS just as I guessed. It'll probably drop around 90s more often. And I really like the water in this game. It really looks good, even on low settings. Now it looks very, very soft.
Let me help you with that.
And I think this is not the lowest settings you can go. There's a few settings you can drop, I think, to go even lower. You need to manually drop those settings from the settings menu, which I'm not really gonna do. Because as I said, just use medium settings preset and use DLSS Qlty, and you should have a good experience overall. What is this? Grenade module, I guess. I quite like this area of the game, this starting map or area, whatever you want to say, the location. So now we are at 1440p resolution. I don't know what settings I can really test in this resolution. So I'm going to start this off with the lowest settings, which is basically this one goes to probably off. And I think we're going to also turn off anti-aliasing. How do I turn it off? Okay, we're going to disable upscaling and turn off anti-aliasing. So this is the lowest settings it's going to be. And wow, look at all those shimmeriness, those edges, so much aliasing. I would not recommend you play like this. It looks horrible. So I'm not going to show you much of this footage. So we are getting around like 64 with anti-aliasing turned off. I'm going to enable that now. Let's turn that on. And apply that. It's not doing anything yet. I think we have to use DLAA for anti-aliasing. Yeah, you lose like 5-6 FPS, but it looks much better now by using DLAA. And this is the lowest setting, by the way. And we still cannot achieve 60 FPS. You might be able to, if you OC the card a bit, might be able to stay above 60 or get 60 average at least all the time. And I don't know what's the point of playing like this. It looks so naked, the graphics overall. I'm gonna try this with low preset now, which is I just changed this foliage density to very low. That's the only settings which goes up, and we have DLAA. And now it looks slightly better, but still I won't recommend you this. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try medium settings with balanced DLSS. I think that's something which might be playable, because there's no point of playing it on low settings. It looks complete crap. And that's why I won't even try DLSS Qlty on top of low at this point. What am I shooting at? With these kinds of visuals, we should be getting around like 70 or 80 FPS, more than that, at 1440p low. This looks like a game from like 2010, in my opinion. Comment if you agree on that. More than 80, probably 100 FPS, I guess, with the GPU. So switching this to medium preset now, using DLAA, I'm going to try DLSS upscaling afterwards. Just want to see the base FPS, that is native, I mean. And yeah, it should go below 40, no doubt about that. And textures, they don't look that great, but obviously looks better than low. This is much more acceptable. And let's get inside this area. That's probably gonna cause a lot of stuttering, and the enemies are gonna spawn in, I'm guessing, unless they're already spawned in. This tiger or lion keeps scaring me. What am I shooting at? Let's charge my gun up. Let's use this. Let's send our buddy in for a fight. It is something you can manage with 40 FPS. It's not like unplayable completely. But yeah, that smoothness is not there. At least 60 FPS is what I'm gonna recommend as a target for any game. Especially for an FPS game. If this was a third-person shooter, I think with 40-45 FPS it would have been acceptable. Oh boy, he's really mad at me. Start this up. There we go. Before switching into balanced DLSS, let's try with quality DLSS as well using the medium settings. I'm gonna turn off motion blur. I think I forgot to turn it off in the previous clip, but it's okay. It doesn't really affect the frame rate by much. And now we're getting 60 plus, which is really nice. So yeah, maybe you don't need to use balanced DLSS. We can stick to quality. I really wish there was a sharpness slider to increase the sharpness. I'm really enjoying this grappling they have added to this game. Really nice addition. Anybody else alive out here? This adds a lot more versatility to the game. I mean, these grappling hooks. Much more areas you can explore with this, and the range is also pretty good. Yay, guns. I need guns. I love guns. Weapons, finally. And also they have this gliding mechanic, which is really cool as well. Oh, it has rockets as well. I think you can play it this way with quality DLSS. Let's try this with balanced. Now switching into balanced DLSS using medium settings once again. Now we're getting 70 FPS. Not that huge increase, probably because of my CPU. If you have a better CPU than this, you might get more FPS than what I'm getting right now. Yeah, it's probably because of the CPU. We are having some issue with upscaling. Still getting 60 plus FPS. I really like this water. And I really like the popping colors of this game, as I was saying previously. So vibrant. Oh wow, this weapon is nice. It has rocket modules. And also an assault rifle mode. I think this is a gun from Jacob, I guess, by the looks of it. Jacob manufacturer. Not much elemental damage though. Oops, almost died there. This is the SMG. Oh no, the pistol. Yeah, this one. There we go. They have in here. Let's have a look. So yeah, guys, the optimization of this game is really bad. I don't think it will get any better even with patches. Maybe you will get like 4 or 5 FPS more after a year or so. Some performance improvements, but I don't expect anything more than that. I hope they improve it so we can get at least 10 more frames later on after patches, several patches, maybe after 6 months. That's what developers do nowadays. They just try to fix things with patches, unfortunately. And look at that frame time graph. Not smooth. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Do leave a like if you enjoyed or if this video helped you. Also make sure to subscribe if you're new to this channel. And I don't know what Trouble is trying to do here. Maybe there's some guy over there. I don't know, I can't see anyone, but he probably can see, but whatever. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Till then, take care and bye bye.